Yo, what is poppin'? Okay, my room's a goddamn mess right now, but it's whatever. So I'm not gonna be breaking down any charts here. What I'm gonna be doing in this video is we're gonna be talking about market psychology, right? Like, if you want to learn how to protect yourself in the market, then this is the video you're gonna want to pay attention to, right? So what has happened over the past year in the markets? It's a big bear market, right? Essentially, especially if you look at it now, but at the beginning of the year, most markets were taking a downturn besides like commodities, right? Think about oil. Oil was ripping at the beginning of the year. Now, right, this is kind of 1 year of a bear market, and now we're starting to see everything, including oil, even start to come down, right? House prices, right? At the beginning of this year, house prices were all-time highs. House prices, right? The real estate market has taken a dip. Everything has taken a dip, and that is because of like macroeconomic factors, and of course like inflation, Russia-Ukraine drama, shipping and handling, right? So goods being able to like trade goods, like there's things being held up in China because of their production being slowed down, and that's affecting the supply chain issues across the rest of the world, right? So there's more shit too, right? The COVID pandemic is still dragging on and still causing issues, right? So there's still so much of this BS, right? All of this BS is going on, and that creates, especially when we have a market that overinflates everything because of printing money, running into all of these macroeconomic factors, it causes what this year, 2022 market, just a complete collapse, right? A bunch of names got destroyed, lots of names. Think about Facebook down like way down like crazy, right? Microsoft down, Apple down. These are market leaders. Amazon. All of these market leaders have taken massive hits. Everything has taken a massive hit. Crypto, right? Lots of fraud being unrevealed in crypto right now. So all of this stuff, right? How can we protect ourselves from this, right? Because it sucks, because I mean, I've posted many videos before talking about, how to protect yourself, managing risk, but you never really pay attention until this happens, until it's like, oh shit, it's too late, right? So for those of you who now are so damaged, right, who have taken such big losses that like you're now petrified of the markets, you unfortunately, and of course this happens in every cycle, this is what the cycles do, they weed out people who aren't privy to managing risk, and the ones who make it out of these times are the ones who are pretty much significantly more likely to come out successful at the end of it because of what you can learn throughout it, right? Anyways, I'm going to get into this document I made 2 years ago. It's basically I'm going to summarize it real quick, but it gets into how you can protect yourself in the markets, right? So again, if you're interested in getting this document, it's 10 pages. It's called Train Your Brain to Be a Money Printer. I made it 2 years ago, so some of this information I've kind of like moved away from. Like, for example, I talk about bank accounts and how having a margin trading account has helped me in the past, but I no longer have that margin trading account. I only use my registered accounts now, right? So there's certain information on there that I no longer use, but for the most part, how do you protect yourself, managing risk, the psychology of trading, all of that info is very much so applicable today. So if you want a copy of this, leave a comment, message me on Instagram, Twitter. We'll get in contact and I'll email it to you or get it to you through, we'll say it's maybe a Discord chat or WhatsApp, something like that. We'll figure it out on how I can get this to you, because I really want to be able to help out, Just to give you guys a brief, quick little idea, I posted this link, like this document on LinkedIn a couple years ago, and it shocked the shit out of me. It got like over 38,000 views, and like I got a bunch of like reaction and feedback from it. And at the time, it was amazing because, of course, right, we're in this bull market. You could directly use the information, and then like you'd probably make money because of the bull market, right? You put your money in anything in 2020 and it would have went up. But now it's a different story. You have to be a lot more selective, and you have to be a lot more careful when you're managing your risk, right? So yeah, I guess we'll get into it here, right? So first and foremost, right, protecting yourself in the market, it doesn't just start. It will never just start for you, right? It'll never just happen. You have to develop a habit, and that habit starts from budgeting your money. So if you're already a pro at that, then you're one step ahead. If not, really think about it, man. Start budgeting your money. Where is your money going? And it might seem stupid to talk about this, and you're like, dude, is this guy seriously talking to me about budgeting my money? Yes, because this is the fundamentals of how you're going to manage your money in your bank account, in your investment account for this business. It all is very simple fundamental things, right? So first and foremost, master budgeting your money. Every paycheck, master like, okay, this is what I want to invest in. This is my liabilities. I'm going to pay off my expenses here, and then this is what I have left over. I could do this. Plain and simple, right? We'll move on. Where I get into next is risk, right? And the most important thing, right? And the most important thing, people want to get rich. People want to make it like, this isn't short term, right? This isn't a get rich quick scheme. I got into this. I completely erased that idea out of my mind. And I said to myself, if I can stay consistent and follow a set of rules that I know work for me over a longer period of time, I will win. I will win. And I've proven that to myself from managing risk. And the one rule I listen to, it's pretty much the rule that has saved me. It got me a house. It saved me stress. It saved me so much shit. Because like, it's a fundamental thing that I will never break. I will never put more money in any investment that I'm not willing to lose, right? Whether that's 2K, 10K, 15K, it doesn't matter what the size is, right? Are you willing to lose because you could be wrong? It's plain and simple. Only invest what you're willing to lose. If you have 10,000 and you're like, I love this company, man, I'm going all in, that might not be the right idea. Why? Because you could significantly decrease your risk, put in 10% of that. For example, you could use any percentage you'd like that makes you comfortable, that you're willing to lose. But let's say this, you put $1,000 out of that 10. You now have 9,000 other dollars that you can chill out, and that 1,000 you could use to like have skin in the game. You see what I'm saying? So this is huge. Like, that's the first rule, and it's the most important one. Never put money that you're not willing to lose in the market, or else you won't be able to sleep at night. Trust me. Like, we've all made that mistake. Well, those who have invested. You put too much in, and all of a sudden you're waking up in the middle of the night and you're like, what's gonna happen the next day? It's like, you save yourself. Save yourself, bro. You don't need to do that. The next thing I'm gonna get into, right? It's the psychology of trading. So like from the get-go, like I mentioned earlier, and again, this video might go on for a bit, but the information in this video, if you use it and apply it, will directly help your mental health and your ability to last in these markets, right? So the psychology of trading, like I was mentioning earlier, I got rid of the idea that I'm going to get rich quick using this shit. That might mean you put your money in a stock, it goes up like 100, 200%, and then you're thinking, holy shit, man, I should have put in way more, blah, blah, blah. Nah, man, it's not about that. Be grateful that you learned, right? Use it as a learning lesson. Write it down. Note it down. Learn from it so then you could repeat it. Maybe next time when you repeat it and you find that, you could size up bigger next time, right? That's where it starts from. The psychology of trading is important. You have to be open-minded. You have to understand that I can be wrong, right? It hurts people when they go, this is the worst position you could ever be in. One, you're not open-minded, so you're thinking, oh, I'm going to be right, like I know I'm going to be right to this, right? And then you add that with no risk management, so you're like, I'm going all in and I know I'm going to be right. So now you're literally you're basically getting pegged. You're pegging yourself, like you're destroying yourself. You're asking for a horrible setup, right? We're even worse. Guess what? This is what happened, and I've known this to happen to some people. Not open-minded at all, no risk management, and guess what? Sometimes you still make money. So sometimes you're gonna be like, fuck it, I'm going all in. I know I'm gonna be right, and then you make more, and you make money on it. Think about what that does to your psychology. Now you're gonna be like, oh, I was right. I'm always right. So now the next bet, you size up even bigger, and then what happens? You get crushed eventually. It's not about being right. It's about understanding the situation, measuring the amount of risk you're willing to lose, and then you speculate by making the bet, right? You make that investment, that trade, that bet, whatever it is. These are the basic fundamental steps on how to protect yourself in the market. Again, I think about this now and it's like, it's an 11-minute video, right? All of this information I just said is super important and will directly help you if you listen. But what are the chances that you made it all the way to the end of this video, right? So for those who did, shout out to you. If you want a copy of this Train Your Brain to Be a Money Printer PDF, let me know. Get in touch with me. I'd be glad to send it out because people were raving about it to me 2 years ago. But it's funny how the markets are quiet now, and honestly, this document is the most powerful right now because of the opportunity that's about to be handed to us. So here you go. Cheers. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Easy.